Hey, this is Professor Homa. I'm going to review just the opening steps of the MPPA exercise, the last one we did for Access. And there was some confusion because there's an Excel file, but actually you don't open the Excel file. We're going to import it into Access. So I'm just going to review those opening kind of steps to that. So in Access, what you're going to do is you're going to do File, New Blank Database. So here's a blank database when you go File, New. And I'm going to click on that and start a new database, and you could give it a name over here if you want. I'll just call it AC03 MPPA, and I'll put my initials on it, and then just hit create. And there's nothing in here right now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to external data, and there's import and export. So we're importing, and I'm going to go to Excel, and I'm going to search, I'm going to browse, and I don't want to do that too fast. Here's the first thing comes up. It's almost like a wizard that takes you through. It says specify the source of the data. So I'm going to browse and leave this first thing checked, import source data into the new table, and hit browse. And I'm just going to search for that Excel file, which is the all MPPA. And I'm going to choose it and hit open, and then hit OK. And it's going to take you through this little list here. The first thing you can do, first row contains column headings. Just hit next. That's okay. Okay, then it's going to go through each heading here and decide if you want to keep it. So you can keep it. You can go through here and just go to each one. If it's going too far, you can go over here to scroll. But there's some things here that you could skip. Grouping, just put do not import. Genre, do not import. And I'm not looking at the sheet, so I don't remember which ones we skipped. But you know, last played, you could do skip, do not import. So whichever ones you don't want, you can skip. So I'm going to hit next after skipping the ones I want to skip. I'm using the headings that showed up here. So I'm going to hit next. Let Access add primary key. That's fine. Just hit next. And then import to table. It's going to create a new table called all MPPA. And I'm just going to hit finish. Don't worry about this. I would like Wizard to analyze my table. So that's it. That's kind of the wizard that it goes through. It says if you want to save import steps for next time, you don't have to do that. Just hit close. Okay, so here's my new table, all MPPA. Okay, so here it is. So we had an exercise where we go through and we do some filters, we do some queries based on these categories. It's just from an iTunes database. We do some search and replace. You know, in other words here, just to review that, we do a search and replace under the Home tab. If you just go to replace and you want to replace you know, based on case, if you want to replace Matt Pon PA with capitalized Matt Pon PA, we can do that and just hit replace all, and they all get updated. And if there's any lowercase PAs, we could replace them too, but I think we got everything in that list. So that's the search and replace, or find and replace. And again, you're going to use some filters based on, you know, find the songs in this album and that album. You'll also do a query, very simple query, just showing the songs that are in certain albums. So, you know, that's what goes on in that exercise. So if you watch the other video about filters and also the other video about a query, you'll know how to work on this one. But I just wanted to go over the first part, which is basically just importing the Excel data into this file.